Hello, friends. We are back with Super Loco World, and we are determined. We are very determined, and we have started again. We're starting another world, and I'm taking a different strategy. So this time, we're going with like as many dedicated lines as we can get. So I'm basically trying to avoid logic at as usual, avoid logic, but um, but really just kind of like keep trains on their own track as much as possible. So here we have our city center as usual. And another thing I've done differently with the city center is I don't have this kind of like sort of one-way entrance and then choose the platform based on what's empty. Instead, I want to try to kind of split up. We've basically just got one city station here that's serving one section of industries, and then another city station serving another section of industries, and I want to try to balance it just based on, well, I'm adding this many new trains, so hopefully, um, you know, yeah, so I'm not going to overload one station, just trying to keep track of them. So there's that, the city center. Then, yeah, I'm not doing, I've almost got no double ways. Like, the only time I've put a double way line in is if there are multiple trains going to an industry for that one specific industry. Otherwise, it's all just loops. And then I'm going back to naming, especially since now we have custom names. So, like, there's an example here where I'm just directly, this section is based on names only, and they're going to head out that way. Otherwise, they don't. Uh, what else is different? I mean, I think, I've taken away the fueling station at the city entirely. I just don't want any log jamming up at the city for fueling. So there's just a lot of fuel stations littered all over, and definitely one at every single rural stop, if you want to call it that. And then even some like along the way, like right here. Just put one here because something almost ran out near here, so I'm just going to put another one in. I'm basically going on the tack that I don't care about the cost as much. I mean, we're cash positive. If I left this running on full speed for 10 minutes, like we'd have unlimited cash essentially. So right now the town is pretty good, right? Like look at this, plenty of demand. Food close, food close, food close. It's totally fine. Tools are a little short. The iron is now a problem. We have, this iron train is definitely running 100% of the time to keep up with that tool demand. We've just been given more iron, so maybe that's the idea, is that that's why they do that. I mean, I think that's the other thing I want to avoid is actually the tool demand. Like I added one here for the food as always, but in a sense, like I guess the tools are really, you shouldn't just be upgrading sites, with the need for tools where we just don't need it. Because the tools is what causes all the log jams at the cities as well, because you need a train coming in for each tool. So, okay, we're at that point again, so it's time, it's furniture. Let's try to get furniture into this network and get it consistent and unjammed. Oh, one other thing I've done is like, so, I'm using this like built-in, like this rail intersection that is, I mean, it's nothing special. It's just that there's no decision tree around this. It's just straight throughs. They're not tunnels. They still hold up trains, but that's, ugh, see, yet again. Here's an example, right? Like, and this is the first time I've actually saw a logjam like that. But the point is that, like, so this is an example of something. It's just broken. Like, I've got my traffic light back, but like, so there was a train waiting here, going nowhere. The light was red, but this, redirects, and this junction redirects this way, and the train just like wouldn't go, even though, you know, the clearance was all the way back here. I mean, I guess I'm going to move this light back one more, so it's even further away, you know, so it's further away from this. But I mean, what I don't like about that is, I mean, if something's waiting there, it's going to block this. Anyway, okay, so, but like I said, I mean, that was the first time that had happened, so hopefully won't happen again. Okay, well, hopefully this is a solution. I mean, I guess in the end, there shouldn't have even really been a decision there, because, you know, this is always a one-way. So, you know, just built kind of a curve in here so that he can sit here without blocking anything, and he sits here, and then this train can go by and not, you know, get jammed up anywhere. That's the idea anyway. But I guess that's taken care of. Okay, so we're going to move on to furniture. All right, we're back, and that was the dead-on first delivery of all the things needed to actually at least start growth. Now, whether we can keep this growth going, I don't know. But what we have done, you know, because it's just got more congested. There's not really an easy way to stop this congestion, obviously. But so I've put, you know, our furniture factory is over here. So, you know, it's as a and yeah, something ran out of fuel, so that held everything up. Not having a global notification that something is out of fuel is pretty bad as well. Has caused problems because, you know, I'm busy dealing with something and I don't know that something's been gummed up. And yeah, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on that. So I've just got everything running max speed. So essentially, I have almost everywhere I can think of. You see like these trains that have the hourglasses on them. Well, those are waiting for the demand to happen, and they're waiting on their own dedicated line. So I don't have like these shared kind of train yards anymore. There's only one train that can go on this line. It's this one, and it's waiting for some wool demand over here. And the same with the wood, right? So these two trains right here are just waiting for demand to appear. So meanwhile, we're going to go pick up our furniture here. There goes the furniture. And now you can see there is wood demand. So the wood demand shows up, the tool demand shows up. So the three inputs, we have three input trains just waiting to stay back. And this guy should pick up again. Yeah, so as soon as that wool demand came in, he kicked off, he'll drop it, and then go back. And so, you know, the furniture factory should always be working. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, we've still got a bit of congestion going on at this city. But, I mean, I'm not really sure how else to deal with that outside of, you know, I mean, we cannot put a third station up right now. But this is the best we've come to. Definitely, you know, and now we just have a food, but there goes the food, it's coming in. Ugh, and then the furniture wasn't, so it's that same problem of massive amount of consumption that happens before the, yep, and there goes the clothes. I think furniture's coming in, there it is, and then the food ran out. So I think we're gonna get, yeah, we're gonna get a slight amount of time here where it grows, it grows, it grows. What's coming in here? Clothes, that's good, so that'll keep the clothes going. I might need to run one more furniture train. If I really worry there's not capacity, but, you know, I'm not sure what else to do about that. Yeah, I mean, there's the clothes, there's the food, but yeah, we don't have, and then furniture's just now coming in, and food's gonna run out, but we do have food coming in, so yeah, there'll be, you know, the fact that it decreases again once the consistent flow is not in is so immensely brutal. I don't know. I'd love to see someone else's city design. But this is better than we were doing before, for sure. Okay, that's still going, that's still going. We've got food coming in again. And then, of course, the tool build-up holds things up. Close, that's not close, that's tools. Close is coming in, but it's going to miss the window when the furniture shows up. Yeah. The only thing I'm seeing just eyeballing, it looks like nobody's being actually held up here. I mean, we're pretty close. We're pretty close. In fact, I mean, I feel like maybe if I do nothing, it's going to go down a little, but it's going to go up a little, and that's going to be, you know, and it's netting positive up more than it is down. That's my guess. Well, again, there's no charts, so there's no real way for me to guarantee that's what's actually happening. But I currently have things coming down this line, like the clothes. This is really the clothesline to the city, and I think there's no reason to come down here. We should cut it off here and go into this city right here, because this, I mean, even though this is the food line. I mean, it's one of the food lines. Like we have another food over here, so I mean, there's nothing we can do about that. I don't want to cross this line, but it feels like there's less at this city, right? Like this one, you see how much is built up over here, but this one is not as much. So I think if we run clothes in off this, like a shoot off here, it is another crossing. I hate the crossings, but I think that is, that might help keep that throughput going. See, there's clothes right there. So what I'm going to do is, so essentially we want a crossing here, and I hate to have so many turns, but I think that's just what you can do. The key is, so clothes are now coming in here. Let's get that passed. So, and then I'm going to have this come back out this way, and that will always be going that way. And so now we need, so this was previously always this. So this is like kind of, all the food and stuff coming from down here. So what I want is, I think this needs to just be clothes. I think that's the only thing that matters. So we have a clothes 2. I didn't name all the things, and now I regret that. And you can't change their name unless they're at the depot. So that's close 2. I need to kind of keep an eye out on, like, and there's close 1. Oh, we do have a close 2 and a close 1. Yeah. Yeah, see, getting these 2 off this line and putting them on this line, I'm hoping is better. Also tools, because tools is heading to the closed factory. So this tools line, maybe I let that one, I'm gonna just say let the tools one through, and then we'll send the other so basically we're gonna keep 1 on the south side and 2 coming up to the north side. Hopefully that works. So only if your name is tools to close. Oh, where? Oh, see, I do a mouse, so when I do a mouse wheel, this whole thing scrolls in one big go, so that's why I'm missing the one. So, okay, so tools to close. Okay, you go straight. Everything else is going to go left. And then that should only bring clothes trains down this line. This is where the logic gets screwed up and I break the entire thing and I can't save it. The save slots is not in yet. Well, let's see. I'm going to keep it on slow speed. I just want to keep a real eye on things. So clothes will come back up here. Shouldn't be any changes to direction here. And then, so we can speed up a bit. So tools, picking up its tools, and it's going to head down to the closed factory. Okay. I just want to make sure all these guys as well, everything stays on this line, like as before. Okay, and then this is closed 1. So now, like, the only thing we really want to see changing here is like close 1 and close 2. I want to see these guys taking a left here and using this. I'm going to call this the northbound city. Right, this is the default view. So yeah, it's the North City station. Yeah, so there goes close 1 and close 2. So here comes close 2. So he is now going to use this north station. That's the idea, and there he goes. So he did have to wait for the food. And then this other one's going to do that too. But meanwhile, and there is a bit of a logjam, but meanwhile, tools is going to go straight. So we've, We unclogged 2 trains from this side of the city, and we've got 2 more on this side. Whether or not that's better, I don't know. As you can see, there's a logjam on this side now. Oh, shoot. And there goes our close. Yeah. God. Ooh, that is so unbelievably frustrating. So that's going to hold us up for a while. Okay, I'm just going to do a manual turnaround. Yeah, he needs to get back on this line. So, need to figure out how to get him home as well. Alright, he'll just do whatever he's going to do for now. Okay, you need to turn. Okay, that's fine. Okay, he should get back on track. Because, no, don't wait at that light. That's for the iron train, that's why he's waiting. Okay, so he's going to just cross over here and get back to his thing. Where is close 1 though? It's close 2. So he's waiting at a traffic light he shouldn't even be seeing. So he's going to come on through here. He shouldn't go up here, there's nothing for him. Okay, so he's going to stay straight. So he should be back to where he should be going. Yeah, but what we need to do is this now needs to be, so if wood 1 or iron 1, you can actually put multiple, so we're just going to have a separate thing, but we'll say the clothes. So clothes 1, clothes 2. Whoops. So he's going to turn there, but then we also now need him turning here. So this is no longer a straightaway. This is essentially, you know, has to have a whole junction logic. So to try and keep it as simple as possible again, so this is just going to be for the clothes guys. So close 1, close 2, you're going to take a left. Everyone else, you're going to go straight like you always were. So this was always a straightaway before. So the logic should be that if I should just set it so that, you know, this is always a straightaway. And I'm hoping nothing came down this way before. So this is going to take a left now, but this is always going to be a straightaway. And I think this is a one-way. I mean, the arrows suggest it's a one-way. Okay, so here comes close 2. He's coming back. Close 1. I actually like that they're a bit more separated now anyway. I've got clothing, got plenty of clothes. There goes close 2. Alright. Anything else? Anything a logjam while I've been waiting around? Just fueling. Okay. So let's see, and how's this doing? Oh, we did it. We upgraded anyway, even with that change up. So I don't think you ever lose this. But yeah, great, good stuff. We did it. We did it. So I'm probably going to continue on to the next thing. But I'm going to pause the video here anyway. Whether I publish it just right here to show this working, because I really hated ending the last video on like a fail. All right. The achievement was, okay, maybe it's not that easy, and my God, has an understatement ever been given there. Okay, so we are now able, it said, to put a 3rd station in, so that's good news. Of course, I haven't really planned for that now that I have this like 2-way thing, so I don't know. I mean, I guess there's definitely room for a station right here. So the southbound side, but I don't know. Okay, so what else is actually required now? So look at that. So you can create a new region, and there's a star. Create and develop a region with a super loco engines. Okay. So it used to be that you could actually create a new island, but it looks like this now looks like a bigger region than before. So we've now got an even larger island. So you no longer kind of you no longer raise the island from the ground. I think the machine did it. I'm pretty sure that's right. This looks like a bigger island to me than it was before. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's create a new region. Unless creating that region. I mean, this is really funny because I don't know what the region is. Okay. But since we have passengers, my assumption is we're going to get a new city, so we can send passengers back and forth. We also need fish and tuna now. Fish or tuna. Or any kind of food. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it looks like this, I mean, the city is still actually growing even now without anything additional coming in. I wonder what the point of the people is. I don't, because it doesn't look like it makes a difference for growth. Let's do it. Putting a region in, and I kind of want to go north because I was saying I wanted to add a station right here, but feels like south is where the island expanded. All right, let's just do it, I guess. I really wish I knew what region meant. Maybe I can delete it afterwards, who knows. Okay, it just meant a town, I think. Whoa. Oh, it meant the machine. Create and develop a region with a super loco engine. Can I put a station here? I can. And it wants people. Okay, so that's the deal. Okay, so it's just another it's just another section. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I do kind of wish. So can I delete it? We'll find out. So you can do destroy the region. Destroy the region and development without any compensation to create a region elsewhere. I don't really understand what that means. So, okay, destroy the region. Confirm. Yeah, I got my money back for the railroad, and then I can create again. So it's reversible. All right. Well, so that's it. So basically, we need to send people over, I guess, because they're gonna go work that machine. So yeah, we'll do that next time. Let's finish on a success at least. All right. I will see you at the next one.